10 TV News at 5 begins right away with breaking news. Just weeks before trial, some murder charges against former Dr. William Husel will be thrown out. Thanks for joining us tonight at 5. I'm Andrew Kinsey.
And I'm Yolanda Harris. Prosecutors tell a judge they'll need a hearing to discuss potentially dismissing some of the charges. The former Mount Carmel critical care doctor is accused of ordering potentially lethal doses of fentanyl that was given to his patients. This latest twist began with an email Chief Investigative Reporter Bennett Haberly sent to a judge. Bennett?
Yolanda, we can walk you through some of this. It began after we received a tip that this was being considered at the very least, so we contacted the parties involved. That prompted Judge Michael Holbrook to contact the prosecutor's office, asking them if they're considering dropping some of these murder charges, they will need to have a hearing on this matter to discuss it.
Dr. William Husel is charged with 25 counts of murder, accused of ordering lethal doses of the powerful painkiller fentanyl be given to patients under his care. But 10 Investigates has learned prosecutors could be considering dismissing some of those murder counts. A hearing is expected for the end of this month. Judge Michael Holbrook told 10 Investigates he told prosecutors a hearing would be necessary under Marsy's Law, which requires that victims be allowed to speak. The judge said he also reminded them that time is of the essence, given that Dr. Husel's trial is slated to start in February. The possibility of reducing the number of murder counts isn't necessarily new. Former prosecutor Ron O'Brien was in office when Husel was indicted. But in a January 2021 article, the newly elected prosecutor, Gary Tyack, told the Columbus Dispatch this, quote, "I think it made no sense when they indicted it. I think it makes no sense going forward with a huge number of cases. What we should do as the prosecution is pick a finite number, a small number of cases that are the best to make as the prosecutor and dismiss the rest because there's nothing to be gained other than turning it into a show." This week, the prosecutor's office declined to comment to 10 Investigates. Central to this trial will be the question of did the drugs hasten the deaths of these patients? Prosecutors allege they did. But Husel's attorney, Jose Baez, has said repeatedly that his client did nothing wrong, that there's no max ceiling for dosage, and that Husel was providing comfort care to patients in their final moments of life.
Dr. Husel practiced medicine with compassion and with care. And that was his intent. And under the law, Ohio law, is even if that killed them, so long as his intention was medically based, then it's not murder. It's to treat someone. Taking them off life support is what ultimately killed them.
Now, the judge in this case is expecting a jury pool of more than 900 potential jurors, which is why he said addressing this issue, the issue of potentially dismissing some of these charges, needs to happen with some expediency. Yolanda?
All right. Thank you, Bennett.